All right. Martin Bakole. His last couple of fights didn't go as planned. It is what it is. But there's like this narrative going around that he's no longer the boogeyman. And I don't think that's it. I think it's more of he's been out of shape his last couple of fights. Everybody gave him a pass with the Joseph Parker fight, but with this Efe Ajagba fight, they're kind of looking at him like he lost that spark, and I don't think so necessarily. I think he's still the boogeyman, because if you actually look at that fight, he kind of just stood stagnant. He didn't want to move with Efe because he was 299 pounds coming into that fight. 300-pound heavyweight. 300-pound heavyweight throwing hands. And if you look at the fight, anytime he caught up with Ajagba, he just absolutely fucked him up. Just vroom, vroom, vroom. He is like a truck, a brick truck. But yeah, he got a draw when a lot of people saying he should have lost, and then he goes and gets a loss, a knockdown loss. But the problem in both of those fights looked like weight issues, that he hasn't been as disciplined as he should. And I've been watching him. Last fight he built a restaurant in the Congo. The next fight he built a clinic. He's taking care of his people back home. And maybe that's getting in the way of him. Maybe he's eating too good at his own restaurant. But I don't see the spark gone like everyone's trying to portray. Like, if you look at the heavyweight division as a whole, he is still top 5. Tyson Fury's out of the game. Don't even mention Deontay Wilder. Right now, it's Usyk, Daniel Dubois, Joseph Parker, Caballero, most definitely. And then a lot of people is putting Moses Atama, Finley Torres. I don't think they're there yet at all. Like, put Moses against a Bakole and see what happens. Put him against Caballero and see what happens. But Zhilei Zhang, I felt with Zhilei Zhang, yeah, he lost by knockout his last fight against Caballero. I don't think he's done for. It looks like the same problem throughout his entire career, that he's like Martin Bakole, that 300-pound heavyweight, and it was just stamina that got to him. Like, even when he went down like a Goliath. Just takes his knee, can't go up any further, damn near dying at the end. And I don't think he's done for. I think he could still put up a few good fights. Who he faces next, who knows? Who knows? But whoever faces him is going to have a great time fighting him. 300-pound heavyweights. But Caballero, I guess since we're speaking on the whole of the heavyweight division now, I think Ajit Caballero is next up for championship status. If you look at that Zhilei Zhang fight, he gets dropped, gets back up. He can take a punch from the heaviest hitters, literally the heaviest hitters in the division, and knock them down. He just showed complete grit. And I think, who did he fight before? Was it Deontay Wilder? Or was that Joseph Parker? I don't know. But he had another big fight against a giant. Oh, it's a European guy. But he had a big fight against another giant. He just destroyed 2 giants in a row. The second he goes against like Joseph Parker, which they're gonna fight next. The second he goes against Joseph Parker, that has to feel like a cakewalk at that point. Not that Joseph Parker is an easy fight, but against the 2 giants he fought, I think in the other giant was a European guy they were calling the new Mike Tyson and all that. The second he goes against a Joseph Parker, I feel like he really gotta put a beating on him. There's no way he doesn't. But for actually the heavyweight division now is starting to look good once again. For so long it was dried up, but now we got all these new and exciting names. And yeah, there's some new up and comers, but they haven't really fought the top guys. They haven't been through what Joseph Parker been through. They haven't went against a Deontay or Anthony Joshua. They haven't went through Daniel Dubois or Usyk. So they're gonna get there probably, but the heavyweight division is looking good right now. I don't think it's the best division in boxing. That has to be like junior welterweight or the lightweight division, wherever those 4 kings are at. But they're like second best with some exciting matchups. They got Usyk versus Daniel Dubois, and I got Daniel Dubois easy, and I hope he knocks out Usyk. Maybe I'm just a hater or whatever, but this is Daniel's time. This is his moment. He just demolished Anthony Joshua. He's been on his little war path. Anthony Joshua was looking down on him because I guess he didn't have all the hype and fame of him or whatever. He just takes all that. Now he's up here going against Usyk. And Usyk, yes, he's 1 in a million fighter, but I don't know. I feel like Dubois has been upgrading his skills, upgrading his technique. I feel like this is his time. And yeah, Usyk, he got the Lomachenko feat, but despite a lot of people's perception, he doesn't have that power. I don't think he's a real heavyweight puncher. And he did drop Daniel Dubois, but it was more from an accumulation of punches, where when Daniel hit him, bah, 1 shot down, and that was a knockout. That was most definitely a knockdown. That was on the belt line and everything. I definitely see Daniel doing it again, with the confidence of knocking out Anthony Joshua. And he's been through some wars too with giants. There's no way he just falls to the pressure for this fight. This is his moment. And then I think Deontay Wilder's coming back, but who cares about it? He's done for. There was the hype train of him knocking everybody out, but we now see that you need skills to be in boxing now. Now you do. But hopefully heavyweight division sparks up. Martin Bakole comes back with a great matchup. Anthony Joshua comes back against Deontay Wilder or something. Zhang Zhang gets up for the first time in 100 years. And then Daniel Dubois gets his knockout like he should have had years ago. Goodbye.